R.I.P. my guy.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
R.I.P. to the legend.
Yep.
The
Yeah.
meme, the legend. Jerry Springer,
Oh.
R.I.P.
Jordan, did you watch the video I sent you?
No, I did not. Okay.
Oh,
You got to tell them the story, though.
okay. How about I just play it? Okay, so that means I gotta open up Discord. Pardon me if there's a annoying sound. So do you guys know what Cameo is? Like cameo.com?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've been doing live shows, but in kind of a different sense, playing like You Don't Know Jack and all that. And just a whole bunch of inside jokes were going on. And then we discovered Cameo, and a way that we'd troll each other, especially if it was somebody's birthday coming up or whatever, is get celebrities to say our inside jokes. And they had no idea what was going on. And one of them was Jerry Springer. And so a lot of this you won't kind of get the inside jokes about like mopping and stuff like that, but it's just wild that this is legendary now. This is RIP. All right, let me see. Hopefully this doesn't play right from the start. Here we go.
Can you turn the volume?
Yeah, we can't hear it.
You can't hear it? Wow.
No.
Okay. 1 second. That's starting off great.
Nah, we good.
This is going
It's usually me with the technical difficulties.
Right. Stop screen. Okay, present.
Fucking
Share
dude.
screen.
I know, right? Shit.
Mhm.
Share system audio. All right, see if this works. Be careful sharing screen audio. If you have a guest, they will hear themselves. I don't know. We'll just see if this works. It's only a 1 minute clip.
Hey, Steve and Jen, Jerry Springer here. And I just heard from your good friend James, and he tells me that you guys stay up late watching reruns of my show. I really appreciate that. And Steve, I have the results from the test, and it tells me that, it tells me you're a dip. No, I'm not sure that's right, but that's what the test says. I don't know. And Jen, the lie detector results come in, and you did not mop the floor. You can't trust these tests. Here's the good news, though. I know both of you are of good character, and the reason I know that is because I checked our records, and the fact is neither of you have ever been on my show, and that's a good sign because you don't ever want to be on the show. That'd be awful. So anyway, it sounds like you got a good friend, and I hope 2021 turns out to be a great year for you. And in the meantime, you know the drill. Take care of yourselves and each other.
Oh,
Hey,
I don't
Steve
know
and
what
Jen,
the
Jerry
biggest
Springer
joke-
here, and I just
Not
heard
me
from.
just silently wiping a tear away.
R.I.P. to the legend.
Okay, but wait. Before we can move forward, I don't know what's a bigger joke, that or the fact that Jerry Springer said that James was
That he
talking about
what?
James in a high regard. Ryan,
Wait,
yeah.
say that again.
he was talking about James in a high regard.
Oh, right, yeah.
He's a
This
good
is what happens when you pay people to say things.
That's so funny.
Do you guys know what happened to Jerry? Like Jerry was like had aspirations before the Jerry Springer show of being the mayor of Cincinnati. Are you guys familiar with this?
No.
No.
He was either the mayor or was running for mayor, and it turned out that whole thing went away when they found out he wrote he paid off a prostitute with a check. Like, you can't have a paper trail paying off a prostitute, let alone a check. It said Jerry Springer to,
Two prostitutes
Mercedes.
from Jerry.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, so that's always
no.
God.
Like we do have people nowadays paying off porn stars, so it's like they can do it back then, like you can do it now, right?
Yeah, but
Yes.
but I'm different world, I guess. Yeah, I don't know, but If he only just had the cash, you know, I mean, how
Yeah.
much would you really spend? You know, but
Oh man.
Why do people actually get more upset? That was like him being a cheapskate. It's like really $200. Like, and yeah,
Less
he
than
actually
1,000.
was the mayor. Yeah, he actually was the former mayor. Yeah, former mayor
okay,
of
so there
Cincinnati.
was. Yeah, he was the sitting mayor at the time when that went down.
Dang.
Yeah.
Scotty prefers Cash App payments.
Yeah, of course.
2023, we do Cash App, Venmo,
Yeah. Zelle
Yeah.
actually goes
Yeah,
straight to
Zelle.
bank account.
Zelle for
Yeah,
escorts, women with class.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
but you have to
Keep it
write down
classy.
a little note. Oh, this is for groceries.
This is for your electricity bill.
textbooks.
Chicken tenders.
Oh my
So
god.
I'm sure he didn't get good advice from friends. That's probably some bad dating advice.
Yeah. But that's like how I got all of my original dating advice, like back in high school. Like,
From
oh, this is
Jerry
like no,
Springer?
yeah, it's like what not to do. Like, at least at minimum, like don't sleep with like 5 people like within like the same workplace or whatever, or within the same neighborhood, or within like the same 4 or 5 houses like between you and everyone else. Like that's
Yeah.
what the whole show is basically about. Is like, oh, don't want to get caught doing this. Then, like, well, maybe just don't do it. So, yeah, I think that's where the original dating advice came from. More of a just don't
From
do
Jerry
it.
Springer.
Yeah,
This
like,
is
at
what
minimum.
not to do. Jerry.
Or if you just
Good
thought your
old
relationship
Jerry.
was bad. If you just thought your relationship was bad, it's like, you know what? We can get through this because that is some hot shit right there.
That's how old I know I am too. Is when you had to. I went online and tried to find a Jerry Springer soundboard. Nobody had it. It took me forever to find just the Jerry. Jerry is the only one I was looking for. But I'm just racking my brain for a half an hour just for that one fucking clip, dude. And I'm like, oh, I'm really dating myself. I don't think anybody under the age of 25 knows who the fuck Jerry Springer is.
But they'll know Maury though. Hopefully.
Oh yeah.
They'll
Oh,
know.
yeah.
They'll know The Office.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say the same thing, Steve.
Yeah. I know. I didn't have time. It was already pre-done, and I realized I fucked it up beforehand. Leave me alone. It'll be better at the commercial break.
Oh my god. Okay, so before I just want to say hello, everybody. How are y'all doing? That was a good little opening. I'm really excited about this because we are. Drum roll, please, Ryan.
Oh yeah, you got it.
Ready? We are starting a podcast. Fixed Up After Dark. Let's go. Let's go.
Snap.
Snaps for the Fixed Up After Dark. Let's go. Let's go.
The kiddos should not be here though.
No, the kiddos
No.
are not allowed.
Don't
to
bring
Fix
the
Up After Dark.
kiddos.
Kiddos need
This
to
is
be
after
in
dark.
bed. They need to be gone, out of the room.
Yep.
Yeah, you
Yes.
can't follow up the kiddo sound with this.
No, absolutely not.
Bro, this motherfucker not a gentleman, Steve.
Oh my god. But yes, I'm really excited about it. This is just like a casual opener. We're going to have more episodes come out. It's going to be a good time. So, I'm really excited about it. How do y'all feel about it?
Pretty good at this point.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
It ain't my show, but I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I want to hear what the 3 different opinionated women have to say. And the only
Yes.
thing that they have in common is those jugs. Yes.
Yeah. Like, me and my jugs for sure. That's what I'm here for.
Look at the BSOM body right over there.
Yes. Look
Yeah.
at them
Yeah.
jugs over there.
Yeah, he got the body. He got the body.
Yep.
shape.
I'm more into the BDSM body, but all right, whatever. To
Yeah.
each their own.
Yes, you are.
Okay, Kyle, you were talking about that office thing. Please,
Yes.
do you have that clip or do you have the
I can quickly go ahead and pull it up.
yes. because that's really
Yeah,
funny.
and throw it in the private chat, and I'll throw it up so we can do that. Yeah, no
Yep.
fucking problem.
Because that
So, Jordan, how's the turtles?
Oh, they're great. Oh my gosh. They're back there. They're sleeping because it's after dark.
yeah,
Huh?
it's
Looks pretty
bedtime
light
for
out.
them.
It's bedtime. They're my children, so they gotta go to sleep.
Yeah. Dude,
That'd be funny.
that would be funny. But it's actually going to be me, Jordan, if she still wants to do it sometimes, and Claire, HR Claire. So, sorry.
Yeah, I like it. There's some
We could
spicy
still still do foreskins. Like we can be like featuring the foreskins when we have some males on. So
Featuring
I don't-
foreskins.
I will
We're
not be
gonna
a
call
part of
them
the show.
when they got
I'm gonna do that.
circumcised.
we're gonna call them the.
Penis surgery survivors.
We're gonna.
Be more funny.
We could call them the. Oh damn! I don't know. we'll have to think about that.
Yeah, we'll think about it. I'll put it on the board. I was saying foreskins because they are bald. Oh, oh
Yeah, you didn't pick up on that? Oh, my God.
see, I was thinking more of dudes.
Yeah.
Was it supposed to be some kind of sick joke?
Oh my god. Good
You know
shit.
what y'all should be for Halloween one year? You should be fucking Megamind.
Yes.
Especially you, Kyle. You ever tried to be Megamind for Halloween?
No.
No, Ryan. I think y'all be, and y'all be really good as a Blue Man Group.
Yeah.
You, Ryan, and Scotty for a group costume idea.
Yes, the Blue Man Group. Yeah.
The Blue Man Group. I'd be here for it.
Yes.
You know how
I
many
would
fucking
literally
we could
pay
go
so
to
much
all.
money to see that. I would pay so much
No,
money to see
you know
that.
how much money they would win, dude, in those like
telling
bar
you.
contests that they have.
We could get in. We could do 100 a pop. Okay, this would be good money. Let's do that for the next meetup. The Blue Men Group.
Dude, if you would dress up as the Blue Man Group for if you could win $1,000 at a costume contest, get real. It would be for the show.
You need to shut the fuck up.
No. Kyle, did you find it?
I have not found it yet.
That's lame.
All right. Well, let's just roll with it. Don't worry about it.
Nah, we good.
So, what were you talking about? I wasn't really the biggest fan of The Office. I think I only watched like 1 or 2 episodes before the
Yeah, you
humor
can
just got
explain it.
annoying.
Mansplain, go.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a scene in The Office where I guess it's Pam is finally single. I'm not sure if it's between like her ex and Jim or like they had a breakup between Jim and whoever. But Phyllis is trying to give advice to Pam because she hasn't actually dated in a long time. And they said like the best way to tell if he's a really good man is you go to a restaurant, fancy restaurant, and you buy the most expensive meal on the menu. And if he'll buy it for you, he's worth it. And then Stanley over there cuts in and says, but you're gonna have to put out. And Phyllis just looks at him and is like, yeah, you're gonna have to put out. And I just
I
thought,
remember that episode.
yeah, it's like, is that still relevant? Like, do you still like owe it to him? Like, if you're buying the most expensive thing on the menu, like just as a test, like to put out,
Rob is worth
Rob is
it.
worth it.
He gets all the chicken tendies.
Yes, all
Mhm.
the chicken tendies for Rob. You get a chicken tendy. You get a chicken tendy. Oh my
Aw.
god.
That's some funny shit right there.
That
Mhm.
is so
You know the
fucking funny.
worst dating advice I've probably ever heard is the lame ass opposites attract. That is the worst, probably the most dumbest advice you could ever give somebody.
Well, in what way? Because you have something like, people will testify whatever the yin and the yang kind of thing. Like, what way would you mean opposite? Is that like a little person versus a basketball player? Is that a political thing? Is that a Jewish person
I
and a
think
Muslim?
it's probably more so like a cop out kind of. It's like opposites attract. It's kind of like a last resort advice if you're like trying. I don't know. I just
Yeah, it seems like a more of a stop being picky. Like
yeah
there's a body in the room, you should at least give it a shot.
yeah
And
exactly.
it's like, if really like anybody, kind of like the scenario.
Well, I
Like,
mean-
if we were just the only man and woman on this island. We're the only things left in the world. Like, do you still try to save the world by repopulating, or do you just say, nah, fuck it? And
What about like the opposite of like, would you date yourself kind of stuff? Like, I know Jordan would, but
Wait, what?
would you date yourself, like personality wise?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I would
I
date
definitely-
myself because I'm a
I wouldn't.
Sagittarius and we're great. So
No, dude, it would be constant arguments wherever I went. In the kitchen.
Ryan, you dating yourself would be a total disaster, and you would probably just murder yourself.
It's a,
I would
it's a
murder
murder.
him.
There's one body, but it's a murder suicide.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
It's just there's
Yeah.
multiple personalities killing each other.
Yeah.
I don't know. I did have a lot of
see it more
fun.
so as like a cop out, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I always like. I always think about it like this. Like, take dating aside. If you talk to a billionaire, you're gonna learn something. If you talk to a homeless person, if you actually listen, you're gonna learn something. And it's just different walks of life. And my last girlfriend, she was completely the opposite of me. Podcast, philosophy, politics, all that aside, but we didn't ever get into screaming matches or whatever. It was just kind of like it was like show and tell. I have an opinion about let me show you why I have this opinion. Let's watch this documentary. That's where I came to this school of thought. And the same with her. And then you just get a more well-rounded view. And there's nothing like learning, from each other. But I would never want somebody to, like, if I'm dating them, it's just an echo chamber. Whatever I thought, that's exactly what they agreed with and all that. It would be kind of infuriating because you want to have good conversation, and good conversation comes with discourse and being able to have a difference of an opinion. And there's something to that I really do admire when you can be civil about it.
Right.
Nowadays,
and I'm not
it's
saying
different, but-
necessarily that the whole concept of opposites attract is like you have to agree on every single thing.
Right. Okay. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Yeah.
I think the whole opposites attract is, at least, it's wrong, but it's something that people should play with, like when they're in high school and in college. Like, that's when you should really start forming stuff. Like, I guess when you're already like in your 30s or 40s. I think, Ryan, you made like this comment like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and it's like, once you've already like gone there, like you're there like at the age of like 30s and 40s, like you already know what you like and what you don't really like. And so
Right.
at least like when you're younger, like definitely get as much mixing as you can, like get the opposite end of the spectrum. Maybe you actually learn something, maybe it'll actually change your mind.
Yeah.
But I think when it becomes like more of a, okay, we actually need to, like, I'm gonna go try to date to marry or whatever, then finding someone who's the
Right.
complete opposite of you is,
Yeah. You don't.
yeah, you're just gonna find
Maybe not.
conflict.
Yeah. Maybe
You don't want
not
to have
that-
a biological engineer and a stripper.
yes.
they have-
perfect
They
comparison.
have different goals in life.
Yeah,
Or
absolutely.
one has a goal, the other one has a pole.
Yeah. I would say
Both
I-
could be
I-
making money.
I think it's a loose term, and maybe it's because I think it should probably be like reworded. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like maybe not opposites attract, but hey, it's okay to have different opinions. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting too technical.
I think
Yeah.
what Kristen means by it is that it can get toxic. It's not necessarily like, I think that in that situation people can get toxic. If you're so different but yet you know how to push each other's buttons, it's it's just a bad thing waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Emotionally and
can be very-
mentally disrupting.
Yeah, it can be very, very toxic. Yeah.
Yeah, because the
Yeah.
person you're supposed to be with is supposed to like more or less be like your safe space. Like you would hope that you would come home and like they actually kind of
Yeah.
like make your day seem so much
Yeah.
better.
It's
'Cause
kind of
that's what
like
I used to feel.
it's kind
like
of like love languages, you know?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Like you have to find somebody that they may not have the same love language as you, but that's how you complement each other.
Mhm.
You want to hear?
Yeah, I don't
my
know.
biggest
I would
lie?
I'd always pick fights with my girlfriend. Just she just loved me
Sounds
too
like you.
much.
Yeah,
needed
I'm
her to
sure.
just
I'm so
back
sure.
off.
I'm
sure that happened.
You guys want to know my biggest lie? Like the biggest lie, I think. The worst advice that I ever got in dating.
Yes. Go
Hit
ahead.
us.
Dating a motherfucker who is not as good looking as you.
Oh my goodness. We
Womp
got a special
womp.
guest in here.
Claire?
Oh, there you are.
What's up, guys?
Claire has entered the chat. Let's go.
It's time to
Let's
party.
go.
Okay. So as I
We're
was saying, to not like to have to lower your standards when someone likes you, to like not come across as shallow. Because I feel like I was told that a lot. Oh, he's cute, but he really likes you. Blah blah blah.
Mm-mm.
No, if it's not what I like, no, it's not what I like. I did that in high school, like sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
You-
what the fuck was I
You
doing?
have to have some sort of physical attraction to somebody.
Yeah, exactly. And
Mhm.
so I'm like,
I would say you don't be shallow about it, but you have to be at least attracted to somebody.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what
Right?
I feel like
I
I'm
mean,
doing.
Claire, what do you gotta say? You got something to say. Come on.
I mean, I don't really agree. I
don't
think
agree either.
that if it's a genuine connection, that you can form an attraction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think,
That's where girls are. Yeah.
yeah, I think, I mean, I think it's possible for men too. I don't think it's as common. I think I think women are a little bit more open-minded when it comes to that sort of thing. So I don't know. I just feel like if it's a genuine connection, that it could turn into
Well, if
something
it's a
more.
friendship situation, then yes, I
Well, you
Yeah.
have to give
I-
it the chance to be that.
yeah,
Though.
yeah.
Men eventually do get there. It's just that we have that initial like attraction and it takes time, and then we can actually feel that mental emotional stuff actually really dig into
Exactly.
us. Like I remember having friends tell me that it's like, oh, X now it's like, oh, she's put on weight, like she's not as attractive as she was like when you first started dating. And like I didn't see any of that. I didn't think it was, I just like, wow, I like you as like
Mhm.
mentally, emotionally, like she had everything that I was looking for and filled like all the needs I actually had. And it just wasn't until like out of it's like, oh wow, I guess she has put on some weight. But
Yeah.
never bothered me. Like I was already in so deep that like physical attraction had already gone, like doesn't matter to me. Like I care about you as a person.
Right.
Yeah. So I think that it can kind of flip flop. I think that women are able to see around that, whereas men need the physical attraction first, and then that part can fade. I think women can potentially. I just feel like they're just more open minded. I feel like for me at least, it's not like the number one criteria is not that you're super fucking hot. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's just
Yeah.
not at the top of my list, and I don't think that it's at the top of a whole lot of women's list either. I
No.
mean, sure, it's number
But-
one for
No.
some, but
That's what I was saying. Is like you don't have to necessarily like look only for looks. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
for
Yeah.
me personally, I have to be like physically attracted to somebody, whether it be how they look, their personality, all of that stuff. When I say attracted to somebody, that's what I mean. Like,
So, we're kind of like dancing around the elephant in the room, but Claire brought it up and she's just a honest person. When a girl goes out with a guy, she's like, what do you do? It's the checking the boxes of that matter to women. Looks is not really on the chopping block, especially right away. Whatever kind of shit. It's what do you do? What's your bank account like? It's what's your future hold up? Are you a loser? What's going on? It's a lot of stuff that goes on. Are you funny? It's are you charming? Are you entertaining? What kind of stuff? That's what women see on the first date, and you can't deny that guys and girls are different. When a guy goes out on a date with a chick, he's looking at her ass, he's looking at her titties, and go, dude, I want a piece of this. And it's like, so and that's just showing you the difference of us as animals. Obviously, those things. So at the beginning, say it's like a piece of a pie. At first, the guy's just like, am I sexually attracted to her? And when you get later on in the relationship, that's definitely not the whole pie. Maybe a couple slices. Of course, he wants to, still be sexually attracted to her. But for a girl, she doesn't really think that. It's the same reason why like fat dudes get hot chicks. You don't really see too many, robust women dating just jacked, people in the guys in the gym and all that. It doesn't really happen like that. It's more or less women.
I can attest differently to that. Thank you very much.
Okay, so you think somebody that you think a girl that's 300 pounds can get a guy that's like 3% body fat?
I mean, I've seen it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I also know that I'm chunky but funky, but I have a history of gym bros. So
yeah, but you also are very voluptuous, and guys like that body style.
He's trying to say you got some big titties.
Yeah,
I like to think I have other things to offer other than tatas.
Yeah, but if you went on a date with a guy and I was able to pull him to the side and be like, what do you think about her? He'd be like, dude, I like her face, them big old titties, that ass. Like guys are just physical in the beginning.
I feel like we should put that to the test. I would like that very much if I could be like halfway through a date and Ryan be like, hey, what's going on? That would be very helpful for me. I would really like that. We should work that out.
Yeah, well, there's always like Instagram Live. Maybe we can do it. You can do a live little video chat before you go on a date. You can go to the bathroom, do a halftime thing. You can
that'd be really cool.
Yes.
I'm down for that.
Talk at the end about it. Yeah. And I'll coerce that guy to do the same thing, and then we'll just sit back in the audience, just waiting for that Instagram to go live.
Oh my god,
I like that. I actually really like that.
A stellar idea. I love that.
I'm a man of many ideas, ladies.
Write it
Who
down.
wants me on the corporate turn?
Write it down.
Yeah.
I can't write it down. It's recorded. We're
Yeah,
good.
do that. We'll watch it back.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Claire, what's the worst dating advice you've gotten?
I think the worst dating advice I've probably ever gotten, maybe not directly, but it's just what I don't like hearing is that it's a rush. Like basically people saying that I need to hurry. That, I'm getting older or whatever, and go find somebody someday, but like, why not now? Like I don't like that. That's the biggest thing that I get is like, well, why don't you just put yourself out there more, or he's not that bad, or like trying to hook me up with people that I don't know. No. It's just a lot of it's not so much as advice as it is pressure, I guess.
Yes. And I will say I agree 100%. I would probably have to say that's the worst part of advice I've gotten as well. Every time I go out, I love my family. They're not watching, but if they ever do watch, I love y'all. I love y'all so much. But you don't have to ask me every single time we get together.
It's just
Where's
too
my
much
boyfriend?
pressure.
When are you getting a boyfriend? Everybody else is dating. Where's your?
Yeah, I don't.
I am 28 years old. Or sorry, 27. I don't know where I got 28.
Don't age yourself.
I am 27 years old. Don't ask me when I'm getting married. Thank you.
and it's
Yeah,
all
when you
the
turn 28,
time.
you really do have to speed it up.
I know. It's like that's
So,
the age,
like-
that's the cutoff.
No,
like,
it's
so slow
not.
down at 27.
Don't say that, guys. We still have time.
I'm not gonna lie, I used to be the kind of person that really felt like, yeah, by the time I'm 25, I have to be married. Like, I'm not gonna deny that at all.
As somebody who has been proposed to twice and is 26 and has left someone 3 months before a wedding, no, absolutely not.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Absolutely not. Nope,
Yeah.
nope, nope,
Yeah,
nope. There's
that
no rush.
And I would say that was probably Kristen in 2022. I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
That was probably me last year. But 2023, Kristen says, "Let's fuck around and have a good time." So, when am I getting married? Never. It
Sometimes
ain't happening.
and it's okay. It's okay. That's what I don't like is the fact that there's so much
know.
pressure around it. Like
Yeah.
we're chilling. It's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of my favorite things was just like everyone realizing once they get past like 25 or 26, it's like, hey, I'm actually enjoying this because they're seeing like their other friends who are rushing right into a marriage, and then they're just like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I really got into something that one was not ready for, didn't want to do, or like already like they jumped off because like their parents got really young and they were like ambitious and said, hey, we gotta have grandchildren real quickly, and they took it to heart, and it was like,
A lot of
what are you
people.
doing?
My 10-year graduation is coming, or graduation. My 10-year reunion is coming up next year, and there are so many people that already have like 3 kids, 2 kids.
Mhm.
They're having another kid. They're already pregnant again, and I'm over here like, I'm here.
It's
Just
Luna.
started a podcast.
I'm here hosting a dating show. Like, that's what I'm up to. Oh, and I just got comfortable with that too. Like I think it's kind of ridiculous how, like Claire said, people feel the need to rush people into getting married. Somebody said something, and I can't remember where. Who was this? Somewhere else that I saw it. I think it was somewhere in the chat or some article or something on Facebook, YouTube. I don't even remember who said this, but most of the people that got married young, like our parents, the divorce rate is like 50%. And those are the people that got married at like 22, 23. So why are we being rushed into getting married when the statistic of our parents' divorce rate is high up?
Biological
shoving-
clock.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
I
I
forget
think
where-
that has. Oh, go ahead.
There was I did see an article because I was looking through all this stuff, like trying to prepare for the show, that the divorce rate, at least for millennials, is just so much lower because we are like taking that time. Like the people that are taking that time, and then we also like will adhere to what each other's needs are. We don't really have that assigned, like, you're the woman, go do this, 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 this. I'm the man, I should be doing this, this, this. Like we actually all like can listen to each other and try to act on it instead of just saying stop doing woman stuff. Like, oh, you're just overreacting. And it's like, man up and actually stop being a wimp about it. My father could fix my truck. How come you can't even fix a light bulb? Like, shit like that.
I mean, I agree that to an extent, but like at the same time, I'd still want. So I think a topic that really irks me, it's semi off topic, but not really, is I had someone the other day, this guy wanted to go out on a date, but I'm very clear and upfront and transparent. Like, we can go hang out or whatever, but I'm not sleeping with you. Like, not going to happen. I'm not going to even entertain the idea of like wasting my time with someone if that's your expectation. So I just put that flat out. That's fine. We can do that, but it's not going to happen. And then he said, oh, well, then let's just be exclusive because I don't do sex before monogamy. And I was like, you're funny. Like, I don't even know you. No.
Yeah.
And then he was like, well, my thing is like, I don't want to spend money on dates if I don't get anything in return.
Were you here for my Phyllis quote, or did you just miss it?
I mean,
There was a quote from The Office.
Yeah.
Where Phyllis, where they were
No.
talking about like buy the most expensive thing on the menu to see if he's actually worth it. But if you do, then you have to put out. That was
Yeah.
essentially the office quote.
Yeah. And it's like on one token, I'm offended, but like on the other, I do get that he's probably been, burned before, taking these girls to do these elaborate things and then
Mhm.
they're screwing him over. But you know what?
He
That's
shouldn't
not
have
my
said that in
fault.
the first place.
Yeah, that's not my fault.
Like,
He shouldn't be accepting that in the first place.
Yeah.
but anyways, and then he said the same thing that Tom said about equality. Women want equal rights. Well, guys, I'm here to tell you that equality and being congruent are not the same thing. I think that that's a very like misleading term is when people say women want equality. No. Women want congruency in the workplace. We're doing the same job, we have the same functions, we go to work at the same place, we should get paid the same. Same. Equality doesn't necessarily mean exactly the same. Equality means of equal value. So equality, when it comes to relationship, means that we're bringing different things to the table. So
Right.
while a man might be able to, in theory,
Kill a bug.
I don't actually kill bugs. I do a catch and release program, but that's a good example.
Yeah.
That's a good
I
example.
kill bugs.
I don't do that. My conscience won't allow it. Anyways, but yeah, that's a good example though. Like a woman might typically cook the dinner. Maybe the man, I don't know what do guys do, like mow the yard or some shit. I don't like killing bugs, Rob. Leave me alone. Anyways, but I mean that's a trade-off. You know what I mean? We're not doing the exact same job, but it's of equal
Right.
value. So a man can pay for, fucking tacos from a food truck for a date, but in exchange, no, I'm not gonna
You gave
like
up the taco.
give you my poo nanny. Like that's
Yeah.
not of equal value. Like I'm giving you companionship because
Yeah.
guys, your companionship when you're with your dudes and your companionship when you're with a woman, tell me it's not a different caliber. Your conversations are different. You're getting a whole different exposure to like your own intimacy and emotions. These are things that you would not be able to get with just your guy friends. This is
Yeah.
something that we get from each other
Yeah.
because women, we rely on each other for emotional support constantly. Like that's not new. Why are you making that face, Ryan?
Women don't even
Because-
like each other. Like
That's not accurate.
It's such BS.
No.
Don't you
It might
think?
be accurate with your friends, Ryan, but
What? I'm sorry.
A healthy, mature, emotionally stable woman has no problem, no fear, or isn't like constantly catty with other women. That's like an insecure thing. So if you're hanging
Yeah,
out with a
but it's a
woman who's
true thing.
constantly that's an insecurity.
yeah, that is.
I understand it. Women can be very insecure, but like guys don't. I don't know. We don't need emotional support animals or any of that fucking nonsense.
No, that's bullshit.
Yeah,
That's
that is
you. That's you
This is
saying
different
rub
than
some dirt in
animals.
it. That's not the same.
That's just your mindset. That's not even no.
Okay, like okay.
Kyle.
How about
Kyle.
this?
Okay, nope. Kyle. Go.
Nope.
I mean, like how I act with my guy friends versus how I act with my girlfriends are, yeah, completely different. And when I actually try to date someone, it's a whole other spectrum. They still get like all the stuff that my friends get, but there's just an extra layer that one special person gets that no one else can get. And it's not just like the physical stuff. Like there's much more, like they actually get the deep down stuff, like stuff that I would hesitate to maybe tell my friends directly or even like girlfriends directly.
See, it's a different form of intimacy.
Yeah, there's different levels. I mean, you're not gonna be the. I mean, it's kind of like your work friends, your going out friends, your regular friends. Like there's different levels of relationships. So
Yeah, I don't know, man. Women definitely ride on a more emotional drive, and guys are more analytical. And when you have a bunch of women together and they're friends or whatever, you guys can get catty over the smallest minuscule thing. Oh, nice dress, Susan. And you're like, damn.
What
came off
kind of
fucking
fucking
Yeah.
housewives shit are you
What
even
shows are you
on?
watching? Do you really think that's what we do when we're together?
I've seen it in real life all the time. I've literally
we're
been
talking
texting
shit
them.
about each other's dresses and your nails aren't done, Karen. Oh
Mhm.
my god, who are you?
Oh,
Really?
oh,
Look,
well,
you
how
just
about this?
you just mind hype whatever group that you're actually in. And so if girls or if women are being like that, then like they're gonna be like that. Like it's clear that like Claire, Jordan, and Kristen, like they don't have friends like that, or at least all three of them don't act like that. And so that's why they don't act like that. Your girlfriends that act like that are all there because they do like enjoying like talking like that. That's the complete difference.
I mean,
Hey,
It's
man.
how like
I'll
we have
agree.
to.
I'll agree with somebody just said, "Get off my lawns." Pin that. Pin that. Women are so catty. Zero cap. Okay, women can be catty. I will say, like
Mhm.
they can be catty. We're mean. Like I get it, but we don't just sit around. We don't just sit around and like, oh my god.
That's not what I
Susan.
implied. This is not the Kardashians what I implied, but I've actually had a thing where it was a girlfriend of mine. We dated for 5 years, and I'm texting one of our mutual friends, Tiffany, and I just said out of the blue, like it was just scrolling through my phone. I go, "Oh, how are you?" And we got into a conversation. She's like, "Who you chatting with, Tiffany?" What? Why are you talking to Tiffany? How come she don't text me? Fuck her. And you're like, the
Well,
fuck
it's kind
attitude is that? I just said hi to a friend, and you're getting mad that I'm talking, that she's talking to me, but you guys aren't talking. Did you reach out to talk to her? What the fuck are you mad
Yes,
about?
Claire.
That
Yes,
is
Claire.
illogical behavior. That
Yes,
guys
Claire.
don't do that.
Go ahead, Claire.
Hi. That's a sign of insecurity. You're
Yeah.
texting another woman behind her back without her knowing, and she got mad. Has nothing to do with Tiffany. That's about your girl.
Once again, emotions versus logic. It's just the difference of men and women. And
I mean,
that's
not
the yin
really.
and the
It's.
yang.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I
mean-
think it's explainable for someone to feel maybe apprehensive. Was the delivery incorrect? Yes, but I don't think that it's totally wild for her to be like, that's kind of weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, she shouldn't have gone
Yeah.
off on you. That was immature. But I
Yeah.
mean, I don't think that it's wrong to ask questions. You should
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
feel like you can't ask your partner a question if something
Right,
makes you
well,
uncomfortable. Her
and I-
delivery totally
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
And I told her, once you get done with the dishes, then we'll talk about this.
It's
Hilarious.
also like
course
our
you
own person.
fucking
It's
did.
our own. It's our own
Of
personal
course
experiences
you
too.
did.
Like if someone's fucked you over so many times, or multiple people have done that, like you're going to be defensive, even over
Yeah.
the smallest, like
Yeah.
most minute annoying thing.
Yeah.
I've been with people who've like, oh, who's messaging you? And it's like, it's someone in my section. Like we have to go practice. Like, oh, so you have time to practice with her, but not with me. Like you're not a
Ooh.
musician. It's like,
Wow.
I have a
You don't
recital
play the
next week. Like
piano.
Wow, did you ever
get
pull
off.
that on her? Did you ever pull that on her? The opposite. Did you ever wonder?
No.
Yes. Of course.
No, it's because like I've never
Here.
been burned like that. But I've
Yeah.
had a lot of those like recently, and it's like wow, like it's just a lot of like you have to. So it's like almost you got to train like to hold it back. It's like, is it really worth arguing over? And if
You
it
have-
is, go talk about it. Don't yell about it.
Yeah, that's insecurity. That is an unhealed woman.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And unfortunately that's a majority out there, but it doesn't. The reality is
so
it
you
doesn't
do
matter
now
what
agree
you've
with
been
me.
through. No, what are you talking about?
You
I've
said
been
it's a majority
saying
of women,
no.
and you
I-
guys were saying like, what
It
TV shows you
manifests.
watching or whatever.
No, it manifests in different ways for different women.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I
Anyways,
just
in
wanna-
this
want to
example,
be on the record. I was right.
no, not what I said at all.
No.
Trauma manifests in different women different ways, just
Exactly.
like it does in men in different ways.
There's
Which is
different
exactly
triggers,
why
there's different
you try to
reactions.
act like you don't have emotions. It's not because you don't feel, it's because it's your trauma. That's why you're a rub some dirt in it kind of man.
No. I actually
Yeah.
learned. I was always the nice guy. Finishes last. I was raised by women, my mom and my sister and shit. And then you would constantly get fucked over by women. And
Also,
then
it's the trauma.
one
Yeah,
day,
the trauma.
Literally what we're saying, Ryan.
no, I got cheated on,
Did I
and
say that?
I was the nice guy. I was the nice guy finishing last kind of thing. And then one day, for a summer, I took it off and started really thinking about the differences of, we're just two different animals. And I really put together a game plan. and then suddenly panties were just getting dropped at my door, dude. It was no problem.
Keep proving Claire's point. Just
You're
keep going.
literally proving my
Keep-
point. This
keep-
entire
Yeah.
persona that you've created of yourself is rooted in the trauma of being wronged. A woman wronged you, so then
So
you
you
turned
just
around,
Yeah.
turn things off.
Yeah.
Now you're a rub some dirt in it kind of guy. Nice guys finish last. That's your new mentality, and that's how you've been operating since then.
And that's why I got the number 1 on my shirt, baby.
Oh my god.
Mm.
Finishing first.
Yeah, you should be first in line at therapy, but whatever.
Nah, man.
The
I'll
other-
give you the, I'll give you
Look.
the numbers to my therapist.
I'll tell you this. This is also another thing. A girl will constantly in a relationship check your manhood, and she needs to know that she can respect you. And when she loses that respect, that's when problems arise. So you do have to have a little bit of a wall put up. You do have to have a little bit of a I'm the head motherfucker in
Ryan,
charge.
where are you
kind of
getting these
shit.
umbrella statements from?
What do you mean? Oh
I feel
yeah,
like- I feel like
a
you're just
fortune
putting
cookie.
all of this under like an umbrella. Like you just like assume that everybody's like this.
I do not know.
That's
No.
what I'm getting.
I'm not assuming everybody's like this. Of course, people are different, but I'm speaking in generalities. Yes, of course. But I have been in long relationships and short relationships, and you start to notice a pattern. And I get a way more out of a girl when you're a little bit rougher around the edges and a little bit more of a masculine dude than some pushover that she doesn't respect. Why would a woman be with you if she doesn't respect you and she just commands you around the house or tells you anything kind of what to do? She wants a guy that could stand up for himself and stand up for you when the time comes. It's the same reason, hold on, Claire, it's the same reason when you're assuming roles and all that, Claire, is when I killing a bug and all that stuff. If somebody was to break into my house, I go tell my girlfriend or my wife, go hide in the closet and call 911. I have to go grab the gun and go be the first one to die in this. It would not be, I go, here's the gun, honey. I'm going to go run in the closet. She'd be like, I'll never
or how
date
about
this
you
guy
both
again.
Never mind.
My
That's gonna
turn,
cost
my
the
turn,
debate. Never
My
mind.
turn,
Go
my
ahead,
turn,
Claire.
my turn.
Go ahead, Claire.
So, back it up here a little bit for me, Ryan. You said that you have to put up walls and basically put her in her place and remind her that you're the boss. So, tell me, Ryan, why do you feel like in order to gain respect, you have to be disrespectful?
Oh, it's not disrespectful. I'm not ordering her around, telling
You
her.
literally just said
But you
that.
just did.
You literally just used the word order.
Yeah.
No, it's you command respect. It's the same thing of like in the world. There's in the pride of dogs or lions or whatever. There's always an alpha and there's always a beta. And the beta
follow-up
would be
question.
female,
There's
but she's
alpha males.
Follow-up question for Ryan. Okay, fine, you command respect. Please give me an example of a time that you commanded respect from a woman.
Let's see.
Hey, wait. Hang on.
I love the example.
Hang on, let him give his example.
No, I was gonna say it's 8:55. We can do a little commercial break, and he can come back and explain.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll run two of these back to back. I don't really have anything else to cipher. Oh, well, I guess I could have really got a little stand up thing going on. But yeah, I got let's see. I'm gonna run these two commercials, and then we'll come right back, and then we'll bring Rob on
I
too.
am probably gonna leave and head out.
All right, Jordan.
I'll live stream. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I will
Do a
continue.
little
to
watch
support.
party in the Discord.
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
host it.
Live stream with the Instagram live. We always forget to do that.
I will. Okay.
Yeah. All
Okay,
right.
sounds good. See you all
All
in a
right.
bit.
Ryan, just think about your answer, and we'll come back and we'll talk about that, and we'll bring Rob on.
Sounds good. And
right.
during the 5 minutes.
You want to
Yep.
get home?
Are you blessed with an overabundance of elderly energy in your home? Are you just too busy with the struggles of modern life to give them the proper care they deserve?
I'm just so busy.
Is the cost of traditional long-term elderly care just too expensive for your modest means?
Oh my. It's so expensive.
Put your worries to bed by putting Grandpa to work at the Heritage at Juniper Meadows Elderly Home Care Station, and finally get a return on your investment of time, love, and care. At Juniper Meadows, we welcome the elders near and dear to your heart and allow them the opportunity to fill your Galactic account with credits. After your elder arrives, they will go through an exciting and welcoming initiation and decontamination process, after which they will be placed in a series of focus groups that will determine their ad buying susceptibility, as well as match them to their personality cohort. Once their ABS grade is determined, we will place them in one of our state-of-the-art living facilities. Once there, we will implant our new biomechanical virtual reality headsets via a quick and efficient outpatient procedure. Our bio-integrated VR headset comes with many different world themes to calm and entertain your elder, including Wild West, old rocking chair on the porch, bending over to pick up a nickel without hurting, Sunday drive while muttering thinly veiled racial epithets, and more.
place!
At random intervals every day throughout their remaining years, their VR headsets will show bursts of advertisements. In order to assure a clean mental and emotional palette for their ad experience, your elder will receive a harmless electric shock to their central nervous system while their vitals are monitored. The resulting real-time brain scan will be submitted to our benevolent commercial partners for further analysis and integration into current targeted marketing models, all the while earning points to trade in for credits. For every 100 points earned by your elder, you will receive 1 credit that will be applied directly to your personal wallet. Every month, you will receive a summary of your elder's ad experience, as well as up-to-date progress and behavioral reports. We've found this is a fun way to keep track of the credits you've earned and see which products your elder enjoys. So call us today to schedule your free consultation to see if Juniper Meadows is right for you and your elder. The Heritage at Juniper Meadows Elderly Home Care Station, because they deserve it.
It doesn't work fine for a lot of other people.
Some say it's how the belt was won. Some folks stare down that space hauling line and see the past and the future. When you haul for a living, you ain't afraid to look down the barrel of that warp tunnel and charge off into that unknown. You might know where you're going, and now you'll know how you get there. Introducing the Wayland Christofferson Highwayman Mark IV Space Freighter. This big beautiful bitch will handle the heaviest of hauls. That's a huge bitch! With a 0G towing capacity of a metric fuckload, size won't matter anymore. That's a big jump! The new Highwayman Mark IV is equipped with state-of-the-art anti-bandit, anti-interdiction, and anti-radar Andreas detectors. Whether it's Johnny Law coming to fuck your day up, or a band of jacked-up brigand hijackers trying to take what's yours, the all-new Highwayman Mark IV will keep you in line and out of harm's way. The Highwayman Mark IV features 2 new deep space hypersleep cabin quarters so you can sleep like a baby Flaxian with a 12-foot, 20-gallon cowboy hat. So come on. What are you, some kind of wussy or something? Too afraid to jump into the cockpit of this big beautiful bitch? Some kind of slack-jawed 2-credit on-planet junk hauler? Or are you ready to finally make a change, stand up to your deadbeat dad and say, I'm out of here. I'm gonna make something of myself. I'm gonna go haul stuff for a living. Like a silver stallion where the road goes on forever. You can't stop me. I'm not gonna be some city slicker stuck planet side inside a stupid desk job sucking what's left of my stupid life away. I don't want to be a sales associate like you. Damn it, Jim, I don't want to wear a tie today. I want to be a dancer. A dancer amongst the stars and stroids. Pick up your new Highwayman Mark IV at a dealer near you. The Highwayman. Live forever where the road never ends.
But it's all subjective analytics.
That was just a good ad, Fran. I like it.
Okay, hold on. The show's back on, so you can hear me talk.
Shit.
You're on mute, Ryan.
I muted Kyle because the background noise. But yeah, just to let you know, Kyle. Hello, Rob.
What's up, man?
Rob.
I know Claire, fucking 10 feet away, don't even say hello. That's fucked up.
Hey guys.
Hello.
You can't even hear Claire talking. I just
All
see a
right,
little bubble
Ryan.
moving.
Did you think about your response?
Of course, I had it. I had it
shit.
immediately.
Claire goes,
Yeah, I could think of a bunch of them, but okay. So, Rob, Kyle, have you ever been in the car with a woman and she wanted to reach over and honk the horn for you?
No.
trying to see where this is going.
What about you, Kyle?
No.
I think you just have a weird taste in women, honestly.
I don't know.
Go on,
Yeah,
Ryan.
yeah, I'm curious where this is gonna go, man.
If she's honking the horn, it's for other reasons.
Yeah, it was a driver cutting us off or some shit, and I'm a patient kind of fucking person. I don't really give a shit as long as we make it to our destination. I don't give a fuck. But what are you trying to do? You trying to accuse somebody into road rage? You want to take that bullet? You want to go down and handle that? And it's the same thing that's happened in public before, where I had a girl, and she just didn't like what some guy, said walking by, or his attitude or whatever. And she starts yelling at him. Like, I'm going to just stand there.
Oh, like
back
you're the one
her
that's
up.
supposed to fight for her. Okay, I see where
Right.
you're going. Yeah.
Right. And I just walked away. And so she's just sitting there yelling at a dude, and she turns around and sees me half a block away, and she starts freaking out and comes back over to me and goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "Were you going to fight him?" "Well, no, I thought you, yeah, exactly. How about I make the decisions that put our fucking lives on the line before you just go talk to fucking people with face tattoos and all this fucking bullshit?" And then another one would be the same thing where a girl and this is all women trying to speak for guys. Not going to happen. And I've had an order at a restaurant where I ordered fries instead of rice, and I got rice. And she wanted to speak up and tell the waiter on behalf of me what I'm thinking. And I go, shut the fuck up. I will handle the situation. This is between me and him. You don't sit there and try to go ahead and pick fights with other people and then expect me to have your back. I don't do that to you. This is nonsense.
Hang on, I got it. I would like to take this time to go ahead and pass the torch over to Kyle. Kyle, can we please relive your dating experience when you saw Fast and Furious?
Movie theater.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
I would like to bring that back up. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about that experience.
Yeah,
for those who don't know.
First date back into the real world. I go on a date, and we'll fast forward to the actual movie. Homegirl decides that she wants to start playing Snoop Dogg and Drake's live video on Facebook Live, and people start throwing shit at us. And it's like, again, first date, only known her for like 2 hours, and people come up to us, like 3 big guys, and ends up like telling me like, "Hey, you gonna do something about your bitch over there?" And I'm like, and she gets up and says, "Say one more thing, my boyfriend will fuck you up." And I was like, it's been like 2.5, 3 hours that I've like known you, and you want me to fight guys that are like 4 or 5 inches taller than me? Like, Ashley looks like much bigger than I am. Like, I'm 6 foot. Like, I'm not like some little punk ass little thing.
Yeah, no, we know our limits, man. We're not scared, but we know our limits.
So my next question for you, Kyle. What was your next step there?
To the right, and then down the stairs with those guys, and then telling them, "That's my first time actually meeting her. Here's the information. We just still talk on Bumble. I'm getting the fuck out of here. You deal with her. She wants to pick the fight. She was the dumbass that did it. I'm just here. I paid for the tickets and everything. Like, you go and you deal with it."
Okay, and then what did you do after that?
I got an Uber and went back home and then
Oh.
deleted the app.
Okay, so did you ever see her again?
No, I don't even
No.
remember
Why?
her
Why
name
is
anymore.
that? Why is that, Kyle? Why didn't we see her again?
Because she tried to
Answer
put
honestly
me.
for the audience.
Because she tried to put me into a fight and maybe send me to the hospital over the dumbest shit.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
so
shouldn't hang out then.
there you have it, Ryan. The first time she does some crazy, stupid ass shit tells you that she's probably not a good woman for you.
Yeah.
And especially if
Yeah.
it happens right off the
So
bat.
why stick around?
It doesn't happen. Whenever it happens, it doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck if it's the first date, your sixth date, your last date. It doesn't matter. If somebody acts out of a character that you do not align yourself with, they are not a match for you. You're not an adequate partner.
There's no
Mhm.
use sticking
There's
around.
no, oh, I have to put them in their place. No. You
Yeah.
either have the same mindset or you
or
don't.
you don't.
Unless your end goal is like you really just need to get some. And so you're like, no matter what, like how bad the situation is, like if I can stick this through,
Then
I'll
that's a
get
you.
maybe I'll
Then that's a
get some.
you problem. Mm-mm,
Yeah.
that's a you problem.
Yeah.
It has nothing to
And
do with her.
that's
That's a you.
and that seems to be like a lot of what I've heard, at least from you guys. Like you got to put them in your place so you can get your reward later. And a lot of us, like, we're actually looking for more than just like that reward. Like, there's just isn't a finish line to this whole thing, like getting laid. There's a whole relationship. And honestly, like, I feels like for you, your end goal is always like trying to get laid, like trying to drop panties and shit. And hey, that works for you, like the way that you're approaching things.
Drama in him.
Yeah, like hey, like if it's working for you, like yeah, go drop those panties, like be that type of like aggressive and maybe disrespectful person to those
He's
women.
playing both fields,
but-
man. He's like Ryan, not
Yeah.
Ryan, fucking Kyle. He's like, oh shit.
Like if it works for you, then
Hey,
like
Pops
it
is
works for
here.
you.
Say what's up to
But-
Dad, man.
What's up, Dad?
Hello, Dad.
Hey.
Yeah, he's the one that told
Yeah.
he told Tom he needed some pussy the other night.
But yeah, like if it
Is
works
Tom
for
still
you,
in
then
here?
yeah, like it works for you. But for someone else, like maybe me,
Oh,
it doesn't work for me.
gotcha.
Like I need to actually go and find a way to work with other women and then like be able to actually build a relationship. It's not just like hit it, quit it. I got what I needed.
Yeah.
No, you got me
I
wrong,
just
man.
wanna-
You got me
I
wrong.
just want to point
Be
out.
careful, man. Love
something.
you.
I was just saying, just wanted to point out something. You said that you don't want us to put men under like umbrellas, but then you put women under umbrellas. So,
I never said umbrella once.
well, under
No.
the same,
Smart ass.
under the same. It basically you
Don't
contradict
misquote me and
yourself.
call me out on something. That's not fair.
I'm just saying you and then you just put us under an umbrella. So
Look, men
Well, it's not
generalize a
right.
lot of things. Men just like to clump everything into one big bowl.
It's a
Men
guy
don't
thing.
really have it. Oh yeah, see exactly. That's what we're trying to talk about. It's like how we like Ryan was like clumping like Chris and Claire, like all women into this one big bubble.
Well, that's
Yeah.
because our
Yeah.
brains aren't very fucking big, man. Like we,
yeah.
Yeah, but that's not our fucking fault.
Yeah.
No, it's-
We're
no,
the
it's not your fault at all.
compartmentalize.
But honestly, our brains aren't fucking. Women tend to overthink things. They overthink things a lot. Like they fucking analyze.
And they
They're smart
ride
as
on
fuck.
emotions.
They get on their little computers and doing this. You know, and men are just like, we're just
Yeah,
existing.
we have a skittle just rolling around in our brains. Like as long as nothing disturbs the skittle, we're cool with it.
Yeah,
It's why they
bullshit.
also like tell us in like high school and middle schools, like men just have like waffles for brains. Like we just have our own little pockets to put things
Whenever
in, and
in
women are
4th grade,
spaghetti.
whenever we go and watch
What are
the
you
two
talking
separate
about?
videos. Have y'all did
Yeah,
y'all ever do that?
Okay,
Yeah.
so are you just trying to say that women can multitask and guys can do one task at a time? And
No,
No,
I
the
just
rest
think
of
that
are you talking
stereotypically
about?
it sounds like shit, but like stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason.
Mhm.
Most men are we're one track minds, man. We're dumb as shit. Not really dumb, but like fucking like we got the end goal, you know, like either relationship, pussy. You know, it's like
We
two
we have
ways.
we have certain checkpoints, and we don't focus on like what's
Yeah.
on step 2, 3, 4. Like as long as we got to get to step 1 first.
Yeah.
Whereas women
Yeah.
are like, there's a
Women
whole
may-
map
yeah.
out there.
Women
and-
may be like physical attraction. Does he fucking have kids? Does he have a car? Does he have a job? Does he do this? Does he do that? Does he fucking this and that? And men are more prone to be like, yeah, you're cool. Let's give it a go. You know, we're fucking.
Yeah.
I feel like we're more basic.
Okay, and that's good that you mentioned that because you mentioned on Mike the other night, like when we were talking about like dating apps, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we rely on dating apps? What is the stigma between women and men on dating apps? Like, are dating apps more centered towards women?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, so I thought that would be great to talk about because you have some really good like views on that.
Well, somebody had the actual statistics. Ryan, you got them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pull 'em up.
I'm pulling it up. There's 3 different articles. Okay, so here we go. This is just one. 76% of guys on Tinder users are male. So if you just want to go with that fact alone, obviously it's women can pick and choose whether or not they want to do anything. It's a guy. The guy is essentially the fish. The woman is the lure.
Mm-hmm.
There is nothing that doesn't play into the woman's hands with online dating. Even with Bumble, they have to message first. So there's the whole game for online dating, and pretty much probably the reason why everybody hates it is 2 things. It's disproportionate against men, and then the 10% of guys that do get all the chicks, they treat them like shit. So therefore, the population of the 76% of Tinder users are males goes even higher per year because women are tired of getting hey, how are you? And the guy goes, I'd be a lot better if my dick was down your throat, kind of fucking mentality. You know? So
yeah, you're right.
So good passive soy boys like Kyle, you know, don't really get a fighting chance because they're trying to be really gentlemen about it. Sorry, Kyle, it's just a little dig. I'm not calling you really. You're fine. You're just a little
I mean, but you're also not wrong though. Like you're not wrong because the nice guys out there don't stand a chance because the majority
well, the majority of women are kind of like men. You know, your first reaction to the whole online dating is literally physical attraction.
And it's almost kind of,
we did talk about that at the beginning too. I mean, you have to be attracted to somebody to some extent to be able to make that connection.
But I feel like attraction is more than one aspect. It's more than one. Yeah. It's more than your eyeballs.
Yeah, and that's what I said. It's more. It's like personality. If they're a looker, that's cool. Personality,
Rob, would you fuck a chick that you didn't like her personality?
No.
Are you telling me a 9 walked into the building and you just hated her attitude?
Oh, a 9. Well, shit, you didn't say a 9. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, yeah, I probably, yeah, you're right.
Of course.
But it does go back to what Ryan was saying, like how like eventually that you did go from like nice guys finish last, and you're like, you know what, maybe I just need to flip it and be a bad guy. Like there were so many times where I just got so sick of like trying to be the nice guy on the dating apps, and eventually it's just like maybe I should just go ahead and be like, hey, right off the bat, you want to suck my dick? Can I fuck you tonight? Like, what are we doing? Like, yeah, like it sucks. Like you get to a breaking point, and it's like me being nice doesn't work. But it's like, is it gonna be this one that do I finally do it, or do I just like try to stay as the main character of who I am? Like, do I really want to break character at this point?
Okay, so you use me as an example.
Let me say this. Hold on, Rob.
All right, go
Kyle has a great point, but that's like the pendulum swinging full opposite. It's going from the nice guy to let me just try something different. And he's like, suck my dick, right? There's a je ne sais quoi about it all. And that's what you do. That's what guys do because we're constantly used to rejection, so it's no big deal to us. But when you constantly get rejected by being a fucking sweetheart, you're buying the flowers, you're buying the chocolate, and you get stood up and all this fucking shit. And then eventually, when the pendulum swings to the other side, and you go, "Oh my god, I was just an asshole to this chick, and she's over here and we haven't even really had a conversation. She's just down to fuck. You go, that's an interesting concept. So you hone it back to the middle is what I did. I could shit talk my way with humor, Rob, into pussy like all the fucking time. And it just fits my personality because it's who I am. Kind of like I'm a little bit of dudeish around a girl. And I refuse to not be myself around anybody. But you go from one extreme to where, because I was raised by women, and you go, oh my God, all women are beautiful, all women are queens, blah, blah, blah. And then you realize that ain't a fucking truth at all. And then you go to the other side and you go, well, that was a little harsh. That's fucking crazy. And this is a little too toxic even for me. I don't want to keep up with this. But then you come into the middle and you find your fucking golf swing, and you get the results that you want. And like I said, when I kind of talk shit, kind of am a little bit more not rude or whatever, but I get the results that I want. I would always have these philosophical arguments with my friend. Is like he would be in a relationship and I was in a relationship and he was going through fucking hell with it. And I was like, well, how did you treat her at first? And he goes, well, I wasn't myself. I was way too nice to her. I bought her everything. I did all this fucking stuff and that just wasn't me. And then we started living together and finally I started being myself. And she goes, who is this fucking asshole? And I go, you did that to yourself. You were not honest at the very fucking beginning. So that's when I took,
I agree with that. There's a difference between being honest and putting up the front. So there's a difference between being who you are and being an asshole just because you want to get women in your pants.
Mhm.
That's not.
I'm not. That's what I'm saying with the pendulum swing. This is the problem though. Is like the whole nice guys finish last. Is it is kind of true. But you have to find yourself, and guys are intimidated by women because of looks and everything that they pick out. And they go, "Oh, maybe she's, kind of out of my class or whatever," and so they start over romanticizing it. And girls want a dude that's a dude. They want to fucking have a guy feel comfortable in their own skin, and that's what I fucking preach all the time. Just be yourself. It doesn't work for all women. It does not. It does not, and they're not for you anyways. But a girl that likes you because she likes who you fit into your own skin is going to be the chick that's going to drop her panties and go, dude, this guy has, girls are attracted to attitude and confidence. And you have to have that.
And that's
and
what
you
I'm
can't
saying.
have confidence being walked over the whole time.
There's a difference between being yourself and being an asshole. And what you've said is you're an asshole to get the panties to drop. And that's just not going to work. That's what you said.
I told you during that summer, I took some time off and the pendulum did swing. And obviously I honed it back and found out who I was and how to communicate better because honesty is fucking everything.
Yeah, but don't put on a front. Don't.
Well, don't women put on a front all the time?
I don't think so. I mean,
y'all wear makeup.
Some may.
A lot of them.
No, I think that's different.
I would not say that it's a majority.
You don't think makeup is a little bit lying?
No, hold on. Claire's shaking her head.
No.
Let Claire talk. She's shaking her head.
I'm going to speak on that. No. I do not wear makeup to make anybody happy but my fucking self.
Ryan, why don't you go walk over to the bathroom and shave all your facial hair off real quick and then tell me about makeup. Go on.
If I want to
go ahead and give it a quick shave. And tell me
I wear this
like
because I'm lazy. This is because I'm lazy.
You still have to groom it. You still have to trim it. Bullshit.
I'm about to go on a date after this, but I got neck hair everywhere. I don't give a shit. She gonna fucking find out who Ryan is real quick.
I don't know what that was supposed to mean. That still didn't speak to the argument.
Anyway, so me wearing makeup is because makeup's fun. Makeup's great. If I want to plaster fake freckles on my skin, which I do, by the way, I can.
Wait, hold on. You actually do the fake freckles?
Yes, because it's cute. I don't care.
I thought that was a Snapchat thing.
No.
Dude, I would be pissed, dude.
I have real freckles. I have real freckles. Don't get me wrong, but they're covered up when I wear makeup. So if I want to like trace over my freckles, I can. And what's wrong with that? Nothing.
No, hold on now. Really? No, there's nothing wrong with it, but I just did not expect that.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's
No, there's
wrong
nothing
with
wrong with.
it.
Yeah, you're right. There's nothing wrong. But
That's what I'm saying. Like, if somebody wants to do whatever they want to do with their makeup, that's fine. It's a form of expression. It's who you want to be.
Mhm.
Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
It makes me
Like-
feel less like a slob. It just
Yeah.
makes me feel more put together.
Yeah,
Like-
That's like when a guy goes. I mean, I guess Ryan, you might not be able to relate to this, but when a guy goes and gets his hair cut, he feels fresh. He feels good. That's the same way it feels
Yeah.
when you do your
Yeah.
makeup.
I mean, when we still shave our heads, like there's
Okay,
a
I'm
difference
sorry,
between
Kyle.
like a
I'm so
yeah.
sorry. I'm so
Like,
sorry.
we still gotta
Kyle.
shave it.
he sees the stubble on his
disagree.
head. He shaves
I
it. He
disagree.
feels so good about it.
And that's fine. You're able to
I've got
disagree.
the mullet
I
going on.
disagree.
and
No.
I haven't even brushed my hair in a decade.
And besides that, the whole point is not putting on a physical front. The whole point is that you're putting on a mental front.
Yeah.
So that's not even
It-
really in the same category.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
women-
I wanna
so back to the
I-
subject though. Back to the subject.
I don't even know what the fucking question was, honestly. My kid woke up.
Yeah, I know we strayed way off. All right,
I
so
mean, it could have
I don't even
been
know
what
what's
we
going
ordered
on.
for
dating
food, but
apps are toxic for men, man. They are like
Yes.
fucking. They're women oriented. You put a woman on a pedestal she doesn't belong on, and I say that with respect. but-
I saw there. I was looking at one of the articles. It says, according to New York Times, 46% of the time men swipe right. Meanwhile, women swipe right 14% of the time. Women tend to be more selective, hence getting more matches and eventually dates because of Tinder. Tinder specifically. That's just for Tinder, not speaking on
Yeah.
Hinge, Bumble, whatever.
Well, the thing is I've literally looked at some of my females friends. They're like Tinders, and they have like fucking 1,000 men literally to pick from. You scroll back and
Yeah,
forth.
but
Let's see
that's
if I
not
can-
it's not our fault. You can
It's
see
not
it
your
here
fault.
on
It's-
the
it's,
fucking dating app when we do these shows and we ask guys what they're looking for. Every single one of you motherfuckers checks every motherfucking box. One guy did not check every box. You guys are telling me
every box.
that
What do you
you're-
mean by every box? I'm
Where's-
sorry. I'm just I'm
no,
not.
no.
Kyle's
The
over
boxes the options are one night stand, friends with benefits, casual dating, long-term relationship, right? Those are the 4 boxes.
Mhm.
So how are you telling me that you're being selective with your matches when you're looking for friends with benefits, a
Or
one-night
casual.
stand, and you're looking for a serious relationship? Like
I
you're
think
not
I'm pretty sure.
swiping.
I'm pretty sure I checked. I have no idea.
Okay,
Or I
but
really
the
don't
point
know.
is-
or
the
whatever.
point is not to this is going to be a little judgmental, but it's the reality, right? So you're not swiping right on a girl who's got all of her ass and titties and bikini pics, like bam bam bam, because you want to date her long term, because you want to marry that girl. No, you're swiping on her because you want the Putin nanny, okay? And that's fine.
The
More
Putin
power
nanny.
to you.
Fucking
But you're
cookie. That's
also
all you want.
but you're also swiping right on the sweet home, like girl next door type of bitch that's like has her career going on. She has, stable income, stable life, and you're swiping on her because you're like, yeah, that's wifey material right there. So it's not that we have abundance of options to choose from. No. Fucking
I
80%
feel
of
like
those
I
guys are
feel like
still
you
just
have a-
trying to get cookies.
You have a
like
whole lot more option
And-
than men.
because none
Yeah.
of them are looking for what I'm looking
Yeah.
for.
So
like
what are you
you're
looking for,
missing
Claire?
that.
What are you looking for?
Here's
Hold
what
on,
I want to say.
Claire,
Like,
Go ahead, Kyle.
Claire,
Go ahead,
what are you
Kyle.
looking for?
because this will tie into from Rob to Claire, I promise. So like Rob's right, like we know our girlfriends are getting like thousands like of whatever, like swipe rights.
They're
You do have
going
like all of those.
That shit
You can-
goes.
You probably don't want to. You could pay for the dating app and then actually get all the filters, and then you can whittle all the way down like to what exactly are you looking for. And God, we can only pray that like a fraction of the guys that actually fit all your filters that you're looking for and what they have are actually looking for a decent relationship. Like if they did mark like looking for dating to marriage or looking for long term open to short term or open to short term open to long term. Like
And
you could at least like go filter that down.
that's
Whereas like Rob and I, we're lucky if it's like you get like 10 even like right swipes in a month. Like that
But-
could be too generous.
but
I
that's
mean, I
still
think
going
I
back to
get
what
a
I'm
little more than
saying is that
but
guys are
Mm.
swiping on everything.
Mhm.
So that's
it's
why
just-
women have more matches, is because guys are
But-
swiping on everything and
But
women are
but
not.
in turn, you can't deny that you have more options because
Yeah.
of that.
But quality and quantity are not the same
They're not the
thing.
same.
Yeah.
No.
And
That's
that's
the
what the
women.
article says.
That's
Yeah.
the women.
Hold
You
on.
don't.
This is what
But
this
it's
article
very
said.
Well,
relevant.
what
But it's
Ryan
very
says-
relevant when you can scroll through and see and pick and choose
Let
with your
me-
little pointer finger.
Yes.
Let me just this article. It literally said women tend to be more selective, hence getting more matches and eventually more dates because we
Yeah,
are
but not when it's an
selective.
8-to-1 thing. You have to understand the numbers. And guys
Mhm.
don't think with their heads. Dude, a guy wants to get his dick wet every fucking night. That's why it's ruining the shit with online dating just in general. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, just wait 1 second.
Yeah.
I can wait.
If a guy had a choice of 1,000 women, of course, he's going to abuse that shit. He's going to have a woman 2 or 3, 4 or 5 every fucking night, and he's going to go back to his boys and go, I'm a fucking pimp, right? That's just how it is, and you get your confidence up. But you don't get your value as a fucking girl to sleep with 1,000 different guys. You want to sleep with one guy 1,000 times because that's how caveman brain we are. But a guy is a caveman brain, wants to spread his seed all over the fucking thing. It's how we're programmed. Monogamy for guys and marriage and all that is a kind of a nuance in society.
Kai,
What I wanted to say, and it kind of actually follows what Ryan is, so I know, like, kind of bear with me, take a deep breath. But like also Rob said, women will have like 1,000, 2,000 like right swipes. How am I also supposed to be able to get your attention through the dating app? Like, I was just like you open the app and immediately shows like a person right in front of you. Like, you more than likely for women are going to have someone who's already in your right swipe queue to pop up first, whereas you're not going to have like me who hasn't swiped right on you, hasn't even seen your profile yet. Like, that's the kind of like what we're actually battling with. Like, you got the people like me, you got someone like Ryan, you got someone like Rob, and you got the people who are just like hitting
Yeah.
swipes until like the
Right.
fucking thing says like,
And-
hey, you're out of swipes.
which
and
is
that's
why
where it's
we
like-
have
it
the
overruns the fucking
this is why we have
entire thing.
the profile show for this exact reason, because women are more analytical. If we teach, not teach, I don't that's not the right word. If we
Advise.
there you go, coach, advise guys how to present themselves on apps, you're gonna get the same amount of matches as we do.
No, never,
Never as close,
Well,
but
never.
Yeah, I can't.
if we get like
Never.
one,
You're not
even if we get like
You're not
1%, even if we get like
You're not
1%, like that's like a
you can
big
increase
perk.
your chances.
Like,
because
you know
women
what, I feel
are
like
more analytical.
I feel like I get more than most, just because I'm funny. You know, I
Well,
put some
Rob,
dumb shit on there. I
yes.
like I fucking
Yeah.
you know.
We've seen your profile.
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't care because most of the women I meet is literally in person. If I see somebody I like, I'm
Right.
gonna walk up and I'm gonna talk to them.
Yeah.
But I
Which-
feel
which
like
is-
online dating is fucking suffocating that shit.
It
And-
does. It does. And
Mhm.
that's what we're kind of change that though. Like we're trying to, that's the whole
I mean,
concept of
we can change
fix
it, but
up.
but
We're
the thing
trying
is,
to get people to meet real people.
yeah, the entire point of me being on here is my opinion is online dating is fucking toxic, man.
Mhm.
You
It
you
is.
need to men need to walk up to a woman that they are interested in person, and they need to fucking do their thing, fucking woo them. You know, that you need to be yourself, fucking make them laugh in person. You go on from there. But online dating is so fucking like caveman.
I mean,
It's
I
bad. I don't like it.
I
I don't
agree.
like it at
I
all.
don't. It
Yeah.
sucks.
Like I say with the 10%,
I
it is
personally
definitely cavemen. There's a
can
whole lot of
say-
dudes just dominating clam, and none of us are even getting fucking a chance to talk to women. But go
Go
ahead.
on.
Like I said, man,
Go
I'm
on, Claire.
probably a solid fucking 6, but like I feel like my personality bumps me up to like a
Yeah.
7.5, 8. You know, because I'm funny as fuck.
Claire, go ahead, Claire. Go on.
I mean, that would be super
Right.
awesome if, guys would, initiate contact in person. I can say that I have never been approached by a man before. Like, okay, maybe like one time. At one time, like the club was closing and he was
Oh,
trying
the
to ask me to
club.
dance, and I was like, no. Like those are my
The
friends. I'm
club.
leaving.
Mhm.
No,
The club,
clubs,
though.
bars, restaurants,
So nobody's
mixers.
you've never ate breakfast at the fucking local fucking cafe and nobody's ever walked up to you and
No,
said, "My
no,
God, you got a
never.
great smile."
No.
This is what
My
happens. She has a
God, you are
kid, though.
missing
You
out,
don't
man.
experience these things.
My kid is fucking 3 years old, Ryan. I'm 26. I had a life before her. Not once, not ever. Not
I'm
when I was
saying that
21
these
going
things
out. Like,
eventually happen. Maybe, maybe.
Well, I feel
and
like
I'm not with my kid all the time.
I
Obviously, not
don't.
with my kid
I
at a
don't have
bar.
kids. I don't.
I
have
also
kids.
feel like a lot of
And I have
a
never
lot of my
once been
issue
approached
is
by any man. I don't
never.
have kids. No, I have
Never.
never had somebody come up to me like, "Hey, you have a really nice smile. Can I talk to you?" No,
You're
I
hanging
never
out with
had
the wrong
anybody do
people.
that. No,
Mhm.
That's
I'm going out
never
walking to
happened to me.
restaurants just like anybody
Rob.
else. I'm going out walking on the street just like anybody else. I just was at Main Street Art Festival where there's plenty of single guys. I'm assuming not one single person approached me that entire time.
Rob,
Fucking
I'll
idiots.
Rob, let's piggyback off of this together. Okay.
All right, go.
Kyle probably wouldn't be the type of person to just go, fuck it.
Yeah,
gonna go
no,
talk to
I
this
feel like
Plot
you're a
twist
little.
That's kind of an assumption. That's
Kyle
an
said
Plot twist
plot
I have.
I
twist.
said
just
probably.
judging Kyle. Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like he's a
just-
But
little,
we can
shy.
assume. Yeah, let's just assume. Let's just assume.
Okay.
that.
Rob and I have no shits whatsoever in life. Like, who gives a fuck? And this is rejection and comedy mixed into one. Who cares? As long as I don't get fucking stabbed, I'm pretty good. And by the way, all three of us, Kyle, Rob, we're smart people. If we get put into a tricky situation, I don't have a fear of public speaking and I don't mind a tricky situation. I'm good because I'm going to figure out a way to solve this puzzle in real time. And
I don't have a fear because I'll take my shirt off and I'll box. I mean,
if I'm taking off this jacket, I'm getting naked. All right.
We're all
But what I'm
stripping
saying-
down. And we are
$5,
fighting.
Ryan. $5. Let's go.
But what I'm saying is,
Mud,
Kyle
fight,
was
fight,
saying he's going to
mud,
come out of the
fight.
cider cage, and the first question I had for Kyle, I said, "Do you know how to fight?"
Yep.
what I'm saying is, there's a confidence level with guys being approaching girls, and this is diminished, Kristen and Claire. This is diminished over a very quick period because of online dating. I don't know about you, Rob, but I've actually talked to quite a few chicks that are actually weirded out, and I ask them when I go up to them and they're weirded out, or they're weirded out by other guys, and I go, well, what is the mentality of that? And they just go, I don't like being approached. And you go, okay, so you're okay with online? Yes, I get to pick and choose. They're in charge. But when they're in public, they kind of don't have an option when fucking Rob or I step to the table and go, hello, miss, I brought you a drink or whatever. Or, you come up with whatever fucking line that you have. And
Okay, we
I
can
think
use
I'm
the Bumble event. Remember the nurse that you said I could never get?
right. But let me piggyback off this. One second. Women, because of online dating, have become accustomed to this is how my reality is. And reality and online dating are not simpatico. Okay. When you approach somebody and they're mortified, you go, oh my God, I love your dress. If you just walk up to a girl to say that, I guarantee you the percentage of women who respond positively has gone way the fuck down recently because of the online dating world where they think that is reality compared to how it used to be for the last hundreds of years. And it has made everybody kind of show. It's almost the same thing as where like people feel so brave in their car or they don't know their neighbor. There's a lot of lack of communication in our community, in our society, in our culture, to where Rob and I will thrive in those situations, but it shouldn't be out of the norm. And the people that react terribly, the women or whatever, are actually responding because online dating has conditioned them to think a certain way.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, Claire, go ahead.
You know what? I'll agree with that to an extent. However, have you guys ever
Claire-
heard of like
Claire agreeing with me, shocker.
Hold
an
on, wait,
extent?
Claire. Let me interrupt for just 1 second. 1 second, please. If you came across my profile on Tinder, which way would you swipe?
Be more funny.
Be honest. You're not
I
gonna
don't
hurt my
know.
feelings.
I mean, I don't.
No, you're not gonna hurt my feelings. No, just like no. I'm not. I'm talking.
I'll
about
be
literally, just fucking
honest. I don't do a
Yeah.
whole lot of swiping on Tinder.
Tinder, Bumble, whatever. You know, whatever. I don't. give a
I
fuck.
only have Tinder. I only have the
Oh.
one. It's plenty.
All right. Which way would you go?
That's enough.
Just say
right
it.
there.
Enough.
That.
Just
Huh?
say it, Claire. Just say it.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not like
Before you knew me, though.
before I knew you, I probably wouldn't even read it.
Exactly. All right. So now that you know me,
I mean, now that I know you, I would, because you're funny as fuck. I mean,
Exactly.
the funny is what does it.
Which I guess kind of
Point
proves your
proven.
point. Which it does prove your point. Like if
Mhm.
we were to meet you in person,
exactly.
but the reality is nowadays dating apps are dating. That's just
Can
the
I-
reality.
Can I say my thing? Can
Yes,
I say
go
my
ahead,
thing?
sorry.
Not
Because
even
I see
dating,
comments.
hooking up.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I see comments talking about, you know, like, but if somebody came up to you like that in real life, Kristen, you think they were a creep. The thing with that is that if somebody reacts negatively to you coming up to them, it's not because, I mean, typically speaking, I mean, you could just be fucking weird, but it's because they're not physically attracted to you. If some hot ass dude came up to me and he was like, "You smell so good," I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I smell good." Yeah, you know what I mean? But
No,
if some
I'll be
fucking weirdo
honest.
goes, "I like your perfume," I'll be like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Like, you know what I mean? And
Well, I
that's the
would say-
reality, is that they're not physically attracted to you.
I would say that for me personally, it's more so like the execution of things.
Yeah, like how
would-
natural it is. It has to be organic.
If somebody came up to me and be like you said, Claire, you smell really good. I'm like,
Mhm.
how did you get close enough to me to smell me?
All I'm saying, if it's like, you know, oh, I smell, okay, you know what I
Well-
mean. But
Well,
if
I'm
it's
just
like,
saying,
if it's like
it's-
some weirdo going, "You smell good," I'm gonna be like, okay.
yeah, it's all about execution. If
My
somebody
point-
were to
yeah,
walk
my
up to
point
me
is-
and be
is
like,
there's-
"Hey, I just want to be honest with you. I saw you around tonight. You have a really nice smile. I'd really like to talk to you." I'd be like, "Okay, cool, let's go. Like, I'll talk to you."
Wait,
But if
hold
you
on.
come
If
up
he
to
said
me-
if he said you have a really nice smell, I'd like to talk to you.
No, smile.
Oh, okay, okay.
Said a really
Hold
nice
on.
smell.
I'm sorry. No, I'm just saying it's all about execution. It's the way you present yourself. If you walk up to a female and you're like, "Here's this random drink that I don't know where it came from, but it's yours. I bought this for you." I'm
But
gonna be like,
guess what?
gonna be like,
Online dating lacks.
I'm gonna be like, "Where did this drink come from? I don't want to take a drink from a stranger." Or if you came up to me and said, "Hey, you know, I really want to talk to you. Can I buy you a drink?" Absolutely. I'll walk up to the bar with you. I'll see you buy that drink. I'll take it from you. I'll talk to you. It's execution. It's all how you present yourself.
Mm.
Sorry, my fucking shit is like cutting in and out, so I don't mean to like interrupt.
No, you're okay. I'm just saying,
So-
like, there's a difference between how you walk up and approach a female. You have to.
But-
But
But that's my
honestly,
point, though.
in all
is-
reality, guys, I can't even really comment on this any further because it's not happened to me. So,
Mhm.
Claire, where are you going to be Saturday night?
Hey, Claire. Hey, Claire. Hey, Claire.
Look,
We're going to
I've got-
Cidercade in Fort
I've got-
Worth. If you want to
Oh
come
yeah,
out.
Cidercade.
in Fort
Chris is going to be at
Worth,
Cidercade. Yeah.
Come on.
Fort Worth is like 2 hours away from me.
Oh man.
No, that's nothing for a truck driver.
Ryan, you are
I ain't a truck driver.
I want to pivot to another conversation, and this is one that was brought up by Kristen pre-show. Is filtered dating a good or bad idea? Political affiliation, religion, etc. Does it actually cause more harm to us as a society beyond dating apps? So I think that's a two-part question.
That's a horrible idea.
What do you mean?
But it's a reality, though. There's
It
filters
is.
on dating apps for a reason, right?
It's a
Yeah,
reality.
Can I handle the first part?
Go ahead and go.
Yeah, I want to go on that. Okay, so going through dating apps and talking to Jordan, who recruits and all that stuff, is very interesting. There is kind of a consensus to where if you lean to the left, especially maybe the alphabet community or something to that nature, that you will see a lot of fuck Trump. I actually saw one today. I'm on I'm on Hinge, or I think somebody wrote fuck Elon Musk, and I was like, oh wow. If you lean to the left, you seem to be more cut off with any kind of political opinion whatsoever. So even there you go. Even moderate would probably not be to their to their shit. While you would have a moderate who would probably be open to the left and to the right, and then you would have a right which would be open to the left, because it's kind of the traditional theory is like everybody grew up in the 90s and 80s is like, oh, dad's a Democrat, or dad's a Republican, oh, mom's a Democrat, no hard feelings, no big deal whatsoever. Politics didn't really play a fucking view or a role in our society, but now it's so divisive. And I feel like if you are left-leaning, you only want to really date the left. And if you're moderate or you're right, you're kind of open to everything, because it's just the way it is. That's how I see it. How do you guys feel about that? Claire's shaking her head. Go ahead. You can go first.
I disagree. I don't know why you think that people who are left leaning would only date people who are left leaning.
Well, I'm talking about people that would say specifically in their dating profile, you only have like 140 characters or whatever it is. They literally just go, fuck Trump, or fuck this person, or fuck that person. I don't see that with conservative profiles.
I've seen it.
Oh yeah,
I've seen Let's Go Brandon a couple times.
Which is the same thing.
Yeah.
Not really. It's more.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it
It
is.
literally means fuck you, fuck Joe Biden.
Joe Biden,
That's
yeah.
exactly
Okay,
what
let
it
me
means.
let me ask a question to Rob, who is probably leans right. Rob, would you fuck a 9 that was just she had Biden tattooed on her lower back?
If I'm honest, I think that every single person is entitled to their opinion.
Yeah, that's a
so
fucking accepting thing.
Like, I would, and I would also understand that like it may cause issues in the future. I'm not right leaning. I'm libertarian. I'm like a registered
There you
libertarian.
go. Okay,
like,
so you're in the same thing as me. Fuck the right and the left.
like
Yeah,
I really don't care.
Right. It's ridiculous that you even play into the politics of.
I like my guns. No, don't get me wrong. I like my guns though.
I love liberals that love guns. The traditional liberal that fucking supports free speech and loves guns. I'm down with that shit.
Yeah, do whatever the fuck you want to do. Smoke your pot,
So
shoot your fucking heroin if that's your thing.
So I guess
Not mine.
Sorry, Claire, go ahead.
I'm just confused as to what the question is at this point, because it just kind of seems
Okay,
like you're just bashing political parties. So I'm not understanding.
No. This is Kristen. Is filtered dating a good or bad idea?
That's what I was like the whole point is like, why do we have to say what we? Yes. Okay. Yes. Why do we feel the need to put out there politics? I guess is what we're talking about. Like, why do we have to feel the need to post about what our beliefs are on a dating app right off the bat? That's something that you can talk about when you get to know somebody.
Well, I
Yeah.
think
When you're
the
dating.
question is not supposed to be about politics. Ryan just used a really
I
bad
know, I'm
example
Yeah,
just-
that
it's just
spiraled out of
politics
control.
is one of them.
I'm just saying,
Like-
like politics,
That's
religion,
true.
anything. Like,
Yeah.
The thing
Or
is,
just filters in general. Like,
yeah.
why can't we just like see like an actual like about you little bio plus like what are your answers to the 1 to 3 prompts?
I
Plus,
think
like,
so
5,
so
6
like for
pictures.
instance, my wife was not religious at all,
Mm.
and I'm religious to an extent. Like I sit at the back of the church in the farthest pew and mind my own business. I don't talk to me. I'm very
It is Bearded Club.
very like leave me alone. And she was just nothing, but it worked out because I mean you let people do what they want to do.
Well, and that's exactly the point. Is like, why does filter dating exist? Why do you have to put that out there? Because when you talk to somebody, you can let them know.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like on my profile, I actually took off my political affiliation, and that's when I actually started seeing a spike in just people. Because one, they would have to ask me, but also I feel like just you could read my profile without going just like a tiny scroll and saying, "Oh no, that's not a thing I agree with." I'm not gonna look at the rest of it. Everything else, like you actually have to look at because there's really nothing divisive in there. Because even putting like moderate, I've had some people tell me like, "Oh, you're too much of a pussy to pick a side." And like you
Mhm.
pick conservative, of course you're gonna get bashed by a liberal.
Yeah.
And then if you put I'm liberal, you're gonna get bashed by a conservative. And like so like back and forth. And the only thing I really haven't found as like controversial is like your religion. Like that always feels like a safer ground to always like kind of pick from. I guess in filter world, it's usually like your political affiliations where people step in some dog shit. And I feel like that one of all of them needs to be gutted the most.
Well, I think it goes back to trying to find somebody that is like your perfect fucking match. They got
There
the same
is no
religion.
perfect
You got your
match.
fucking,
Yeah.
Right.
your same religion, your same beliefs, your same this and that, and you're filtering
You're
it out.
never going to agree 100%
Never,
on
no,
anything.
man.
I
And trust me when I say this, because I've been there. Love comes natural, and I had a lot of fucking disagreements with my second half. But it just happens. You can't filter shit out and fucking try to like find your exact fucking clone. That shit don't work.
Yeah.
the only thing that I basically when it comes to the filters, I don't think that you should abuse the filters.
Yeah.
If you want to use a filter for distance, if you want to use a filter for age, okay, fine. Or something that's just like a die hard, like you already know this is not going to work. That's fine. Like some people don't want to date people with other kids. Okay, so be it. That's
Mhm.
fine. You can use that. However, I do think that you should like use it with caution because you are closing the door on a possibility that you know nothing about because you're not even giving it a
Right.
chance.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what,
So
that's
to
what I was saying.
me, it seems very close-minded.
Yes.
I I am 26 years old. I have dated an 18-year-old and I've dated a 41-year-old. Yeah, didn't know he was 18 when we started talking. But I mean, like,
Let me get
Yeah.
next.
so I mean,
Let me get next.
Yeah.
Two things I've noticed that with the hard left, they go all cops are bad. They do the BLM
We're
stuff.
not talking about politics.
Listen, all I'm saying is kind of to parrot off of what Claire was saying and Rob was saying, and back to my point is it's nice talking to people from different opinions. Okay,
It is.
that doesn't define your relationship. And also, how many opinions have we had when we were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago that have changed. So to be so selective that you have to be in this echo chamber right now and fit this specific quality is very delusional and myopic, because whatever you're thinking right now, look at yourself 5 years ago or 10 years ago and see how you might be different in the future. And so none of this should really ever be an issue aside from, wow, I find somebody that's a fascinating conversation that we can have. It shouldn't be a cutoff.
Okay, so as a man,
Wait, Claire. Well, hold
me
on.
go real
hold on.
quick.
I want to hear. She's always shaking her head no matter what I say.
Because I'm always disagreeing because you're always wrong to me.
But you.
To me, because I disagree for the following reasons. I think that different people are at different stages of your life. It's true. You're correct. You might have a change of opinion in the future. However, not everybody is growing at the same rate. So
that doesn't matter. You learn constantly every day. That's who we are as humans.
That's fine and dandy. That's fine and dandy. But just because I might learn something in the future doesn't mean I'm ready for it now. And that is why I don't necessarily think that those two people would be a good
Who's
match.
ready for any fucking, okay. That's just bizarre. Oh my God.
How is that bizarre?
You're literally going, I don't want to have a conversation because I'm not ready for it.
It's not a matter of a conversation. It's a matter of people who write those things on the dating profile live by it. They feel so strongly about it. They eat, sleep, and breathe about it. And that's exactly what I'm saying. Is like, if that person doesn't fit you at this time, whether or not they're going to change in a few years is irrelevant, because you're
all
at two
we
different
are is
points in your
work.
life.
All we are is two options: either violence with war and all that shit, or words with civility. Okay, so no matter what conversation that we have, this is how we progress as society: is being civil and having intellectual conversations, whether it's on a micro or macro scale.
And that's correct. However, it's not really applicable in the dating scene.
No,
You're either going to be in agreement. No, not when it's that strongly. That means
Claire,
that you are not
trying
compatible.
Claire, are you trying to assume? Sorry, Kyle. Are you trying to assume that we need to agree on everything? Because I know you're not.
No, but I'm telling you, if it's going to be that deeply ingrained into someone where they're saying it all over their profile in all caps, and they're not willing to like hear you out or have a conversation about it, that means that you are not compatible. Don't try to force something. That's obviously something that's That's obviously something that they're very, very, very passionate about, and that's fine. And you don't have to agree, but that doesn't make you compatible.
So that means swipe left for now. Swipe left for now.
Honestly, like, if in my own experience, if I ever see profiles like that, don't even bother with it. It's like, because you're not telling me. I know. Let me just do my own thing. Okay, damn it.
There's a line.
There's a line. Yeah, I'll get the little stick out too.
That's the good
talking stick.
Look, if that's people's overall personality, but they're not actually going to tell me about who they are, at least up front, like with their profile, then I don't care. I don't have time for you or anyone else. Like, tell me something about you. Like, if the first thing you can say, like, "Hi, I'm Kyle. Fuck Trump." And it's like, whoa.
Yeah, like if that's your personality.
Whoa, hold on. Like, damn, dude. Like, that's your profile. Like that's how you're gonna introduce yourself to me. Like, I'm over here. Like, "Hi, I'm Kyle. I want to be the Mr. Clean to your little mess." Like that's how I want to introduce myself to people, instead of like all this other shit that people are doing.
Yeah.
And then like here's more of about me.
And guess what? If that's really important to you and you feel the need to put that in your profile, that's okay. You'll probably find a match eventually.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, if it's really that important to you, go ahead.
Yeah.
But it should not be a make or break. I don't know. Maybe it's just me being
like, you could just show me that you're an actual person, and if your thing on your like political affiliation says like conservative or moderate or liberal, like, we'll talk about that later. I just want to know who you are as a person.
Yeah, and that's what
And-
I'm
and-
saying is like if this
yeah.
is somebody's entire personality that they're making it out to be, which if they're blasting it all over their page, then it is, you know.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then you're not compatible because there's no middle ground to be had there because this is their
Yeah.
identity.
And that's
I just
okay to
feel like
swipe
kinda
left on
scary.
I
that.
mean, it's
Which is fine.
2023, and it makes a lot of difference. You know what I mean? Like I'm moderate. Like I don't give a fuck. But there's some like Ryan was saying. There's some women that are like, this is fucking deal breaker. If you're right, swipe left. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. No more politics. No more politics.
Yeah. Yeah, let's talk about big booty white girls.
Yeah.
oh
Let's-
shit.
So-
Okay,
so
hold on.
Ryan-
Can't relate.
Two of 'em
I'm
here.
out on that one, guys.
We can talk about Never mind.
7 veins and shit.
Me and Claire know
Hey,
what
she
we
don't
can
even
talk
understand
about.
that
We
joke.
can't talk about
This
big
is you
booty.
and me, Kyle.
Yep.
Me and Claire
Christian.
know. Me and Claire know what it's like to have the other half, but not the big booty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think this D'Angelo person just like he typoed. He's like he hit the extra T instead of the B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He don't know who he's talking
Yeah,
to.
Kyle. Know your audience, D'Angelo.
We ain't no big booty bitches around here. We're big
Mm,
booby bitches.
fucking-
Come on now.
Unless he's talking about me and Ryan, then it makes sense.
Yeah, that's
I mean, I've seen Ryan like step off camera. And it's like, damn, yeah,
that's an ass right there.
that's worth the $5 a month on OnlyFans, right?
Without a doubt.
That's
Yeah.
that's booty.
Yep.
Bald with the booty.
Mm-hmm. Gotta make it up somewhere.
All right, you guys. It's 10 o'clock, which means I need to go drink some more alcohol until I sleep.
Rob, what do you mean?
Rob.
You're gonna rob us of you being here?
It's not the
Yeah.
weekend, Rob.
Well, if it
I,
was
I
the weekend, like
actually
it'd be cool
agree.
as shit.
I actually
Rob.
agree with Rob. I have I kind of was trying to get a heart out at 10. I didn't tell anybody, but I was just Kristen, you obviously said you just wanted to do an hour, and I go, nah. There's no
No.
fucking chance with me and Rob but it's gonna be an hour.
Claire, you know what? Claire was 10 feet away from me yesterday, and she
I
didn't say hello.
know. You didn't say anything to me either. Who
I
knew?
blew my
knew?
horn at some fucking
Yesterday.
redneck, so you should have heard it.
I wasn't even paying attention, honestly. We were
You
both
were-
in traffic. I posted a trailer on my Snapchat story because it said like "be kind to your body and mind" or something like
Oh,
that,
yeah,
and it was
yeah.
cute. That was fucking Rob.
No way.
Rob was like, "That was me." I was like, "You're full of shit. Fuck you, Rob." And he's like, "No, that was me. I took a load of Tyler." I was like, "No way." Yeah, we were stuck. We were stuck in traffic next to each other for about an hour.
I
You
wiped
were that
shit-
close
I-
to him. You
I
were that
know.
close to him
No
for
idea.
that long, and you didn't go hit on him. You didn't go ask him like,
Come
"Hey, how's your
Well, she
day
ain't gonna
going?"
hit on
I
You
me.
didn't
said-
buy me
I
a
said-
drink.
I said, "Hey, I like your trailer." I mean, like I posted it on my story.
Oh yeah, but you're still hiding behind line. You could just like gone up to me like, "Yo,
Yeah, you're stuck in traffic.
could've,
Get
yeah.
out your car, open the door, walk up to the truck, say, "Hey, sir,
She could have.
I like the back of your truck."
I'm saying.
I mean, wouldn't you like
You know
someone to
what?
get out of their car, knock on your window, and be
Yeah,
like, "Yo,"
Exactly.
instead of a speeding ticket, I just want to say you're fine.
I would rather somebody just like wave at me. Maybe getting out of the car might be a little scary.
I blow kisses. Me personally, I'm just like,
I blow kisses.
Look, as long as you're not in Houston, you're fine though. Like you're not gonna get shot. Dallas at least give you like a warning.
Hey,
no,
Billy.
this was off 20. This was like fucking
Claire, say it, Claire.
in the
Say
middle
it.
of nowhere.
Yeah, thanks. Hey Billy. Hey Billy. Billy, are you there?
Say
Hey.
yes. Hey, Billy. Are you
Billy,
still in
I just
chat?
want to make sure that you don't miss this.
There's
This
at
is very
least a
important.
15-second delay.
This is really important, Billy. I need you to say yes.
It's okay.
Just
He's there.
yes.
I know he's there. I just wanted to say, fuck you, Billy. That's it.
He said, "Shh." Oh man,
Anyways,
good
Yep.
shit.
I think that's the best way to end the show right there.
No, seriously. And on that note, fuck you, Billy. We gotta go.
fuck you, Billy.
Yep.
You gotta say it with like some tenacity. You gotta go, fuck you, Billy. Like you gotta
Fuck
like
you,
emphasis
Billy.
the fuck.
Go. Fuck you, Billy.
Yeah. Fuck you, Billy. Should we say it as a class? Fuck you, Billy.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Fuck you,
Fuck
Billy.
you, Billy.
Wow, that was so good. That felt
Yeah.
good. This is better than
I ain't
therapy.
doing it. Billy's my fucking boy. Don't
Yeah,
you
did you
ever
hear that?
I like Billy.
He
He's
said
full of
Billy
shit.
and fucking in the same sentence. He said fuck you, Billy. That's all I heard.
Pretty good. Pretty good. All right. We out, right? We out. Any
Yep.
parting words?
This is good. I just think this is a good way to. This is how the podcast is gonna be, y'all. Like,
Yep.
this is the goal. This is what
All
I
right.
want.
Well,
Cheers, fuckers.
yeah.
If
Everybody.
anybody wants to hop in the Discord after, just let me know.
Yeah. Go ahead. Head over there. I'm gonna throw down this 30-second timer and fucking end it. Everybody have a good night. I didn't expect you, Claire, but good times.
Yeah, thank you, Claire.
seeing ya.
I told you guys I was gonna be here Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Didn't
Well,
remember.
I
Whatever.
don't know.
I
Anyway,
didn't know.
thank you, Claire, for being
Well,
here. Thank you,
anytime
Kyle.
you
Appreciate
need
Claire.
some
Thank you,
filler,
Rob.
y'all just let me
And
know.
thank you,
and I'll be
Ryan.
here.
For entertaining
Noted,
my crazy idea. I really appreciate you guys.
All right.
No problem.
Let's do it again.
Okay.